Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Magnetic Cage Closed. So, we've hit a run here of... We're in Act 3, and I'm hoping I can just kind of breeze through Act 3. How does this back one crush? It just crushes really quickly after the other, so you're perfectly fine to just run through that. So I'm kind of hoping that this is the last puzzle. I suspect there might be a lot more, though. If I was to guess, there's probably at least 3 or 4 more puzzles. We've run into these crushing cubes now, which is weird because they were kind of introduced and then... Alright, I'm gonna have to pull myself on that one. This is the first time I've actually had to pull myself. Fire was unnecessary. There. By the way, putting cubes under the things don't particularly stop the crushers from working in any way. So here's a problem I can see. Like, I don't particularly see a way that you could get out from under this the way that's patterned. What else? This is just gas down here, so if I fall down, I assume there's not anything I'm supposed to do with that. Alright, so I can safely just walk through this part. Fine. Right. I'll just cheat the system. Seems like these switches do everything just fine. There's no way to interact with these in any other way. So once I had turned on all 3 of the switches, they all raised. Okay. And then there would have been a very good possibility I was messed up and tried to zoom around that, but I didn't, so... Heck, if this is the last puzzle and we're just gonna go into credits, that'd be fine with me. I definitely can tell there's alternate paths. I don't know how much the levels change on the alternate paths. I assume there are completely different levels, honestly, but...
This is one of the older chambers. It has been part of these facilities since they were built. I haven't seen this chamber in a long time. If you make it this far...
I wonder if I'm going to end up being the Warden.
Before they were rebuilt for the experimental weapons program. Back then, you would have to make do with your bare hands.
Yeah. This does kind of feel like I may just end up being the new Warden. And that might very well be because I chose to... in that choice, there really wasn't much of a choice. I chose to free the not immediately execute the woman who was allegedly a murderer. I mean, I don't know why I really am taking anybody's word for anything, but what does this connect to and what does this do? It opens that. Great. That's wonderful and all. I can see 2 cubes over there. This must be a new area I haven't been to before. I must not. Kind of felt like I was going in circles here, but maybe not. That being said, I'm not sure. Yeah, I really wasn't sure that was gonna work. Alright. here. That doesn't work. So what I have to do is kind of do this. Okay, get me up here. And keep me up there. Oh, come on, game. Alright, we're starting over. Get the angle right to get over all the spikes. That's not terrible. Get the angle right to get up and around on this. We get this part. Right. Angle right to get over here. And the problem with this is you need to get up. So I need something like this, and then something like that. And when you're down here, you're just dead. So a lot of times you're just gonna die. And that's not fun. I wonder if there is possibly a way to save and make like a hard save. It might save some time. Oops. I screwed that up. Let me up, let me up. Let me freaking up. So I'm having to like tap A and then like to get up there I have to tap A and then I don't know how to do that. Like the wonky controls does not make that possible. I say that I'll probably do it here in a second, but it really doesn't make it feel like it's possible. Alright. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. See, I was afraid I was going to run into a puzzle like this where there had just been such a lack of polish or beta testing, level design in general, that we would just run into something that's probably possible by the creators of the game and nobody else. Let me see if maybe there's something else I could do here. There's must be a platform. It must be something that I just don't see. I can stand on top of those things, they wouldn't really do anything for me. There's kind of nothing here. I want up there. Is there a possibility that I could do something like this and get enough height? And there's no cubes anywhere. Right, up here. Up you go. Up you go. Right. I'm tapping A like crazy just to be in this kind of hover-centric setup, and that's as high as I can get. Honestly, wouldn't be super upset if I just rage quit this at this point too. The game is not really worth this effort. Like, we started here. I don't think you can get up there. I don't think there's a cube around in that section. Let's look around. We have up here, and yeah, this is all walled off. There's no cubes, nothing hidden. There's no crazy, it's not really the magnet gun at all solution. The only other thing we have to interact with is this. Which maybe I could pull the cubes out from where they are. I don't think so, though. First of all, I think the cubes are over here. So we have to get over there. And it's really ridiculous that you have 3 different levels of power on your magnetic gun and none of them matter one bit because they can't go through fences. I can't even jump up on this ledge. And I don't really feel like there is a ledge. Feels like there should be something down this way. Like full power this way doesn't work. Full power this way doesn't work. I'm on the edge of nearly hurting myself. Yeah, you get to this point, and there's no way you would have been able to fling yourself this direction and turn and fling yourself that direction. This game does not move anywhere that fast. Let's just see if we move the mouse for a second. Yeah, the mouse sensitivity is better, sure, than what you normally would get, but with a controller, that's understandable. What if I was to just slowly, like, that's the part I don't get. Like, would a lower power do something? I don't see any reason why it would do anything. So you have, like, I can't get up there. I just can't get up there. And fire. Alright, how about this? How about I look up the walkthrough before I just rage quit this? But at this point, I'm done with this game. It sucks that we're possibly gonna not make it to the ending, but I don't think it's gonna be a very surprising ending. If I was to suspect, it's gonna be a case of I get the offer to be the true thing. This game is so uninteresting, by the way. There's no walkthrough. Like, the first link I clicked on trueachievements.com has no walkthrough at all. And all I've got is like a YouTube video. So let's see if maybe I can just watch this YouTube video. Like, one person has played the game. So, like, we are close. Of the 10 parts videos here, I am in part 10. Like, I'm seriously like 5 minutes away from the game being done, I think. Either that or you know what I think I did is I think I screwed myself here, because there's only a walkthrough for playing the game and ending it at the easy way. So this game is so unloved, I suppose is the right word to say, that nobody's really made a full path walkthrough on a quick observation of, from what it seems. And am I supposed to do something here? Like, is there a possible thing that flinging myself around? I'll just turn this down to this, and we'll see. Yeah, it seems like I probably have to jump down and then fling myself up in this direction. That's crazy. That's something, though, at least. Yeah. I'm poisoning myself every time I'm doing it, but that is what I'm supposed to be doing. So, could I fling myself backwards? And I think that's probably what I should do. So what I want to do is pull myself far away not this. This. See, that flings me up, but it also pulls me forward. Like, I'm kind of doing it. Let's see. Maybe I'm supposed to just do that. This sucks. Let's go. Menu. All unsaved progress will be lost. Play game. Yeah, apparently I never saved. So continue the game. Oh look, here's some loading screens we never saw, by the way, also.
This is one of the older chambers. It has been part of these facilities since they were built. I haven't seen this chamber in a long time. If you make it this far, this used to be the final test before they were rebuilt for the experimental weapons program. Back then, you would have to make do with your bare hands.
Alright, well, what can we say? This game, I would get up a little bit further to, if I could get up that platform and do that jump, then I would get in here, I'd get 2 cubes, put the 2 cubes down, it would open this section up, it would then let me have a cube, I'd put a cube here, and then I could run around that direction, and probably throw a cube to do something over there too. I don't even really see where the exit is in this one, actually. It's probably down this way, and then we get through there, and maybe we would hit another puzzle, maybe we wouldn't. It's hard to tell. So you can't pull and push at the same time. So if there was a way to get up here and then do that. You need to get a lot higher and then a lot lower. It seems like I'm maybe getting slightly close to the edge. So I need to get up high and then do that. Oh my goodness. I did it, finally. Please give me a save game checkpoint. Kind of like a soda pop sound. Seriously, game? You're gonna do this to me? So it seems like there's enough time to do this, but I want to be real quick about it. see if we can just pull ourselves up here and do that. And grab that. We'll just fling at that direction in the assumption. This seems like it cycles pretty well. Just gotta be a little careful. There we go. Are these off now? Seems like both doors are open, so I probably don't need this cube. I'll take it just for safety's sake, although that is also obscuring my view quite a bit. Well, I almost rage quit there. If this gives me another puzzle, though, I don't know if I won't just rage quit on that one. Please be the end, yes. This feels like the end.
I could not be certain that you would end up in this particular chamber, but here you are. Remember when we talked about trust? Well, this is it. If you trust me, leave the magnet gun at the rack and move down the corridor. Otherwise, I cannot help you.
Okay. So,
good.
I don't know if we have a real reason to trust her.
Spike traps below. Ignore the magnetic plates and jump down. I don't know how long it will take until somebody notices, so you better hurry. Well then, Miss Randall, the elevator here leads to a transit which Warden Keene has no control over. It will lead you to your final destination.
Alright.
You better hurry. Good luck out there, Miss Randall.
Let's get out of here. Once it decides to open. I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that this is the only last bit of humanity left and the world is completely abandoned. I also wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be I turn into the new psychologist. Instead of the warden. Just see the end of this and be done with the game.
Karen, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I know there are different paths.
XE47623 left your choice chamber, but she has not been returned to the correct transit. Did she die in there or something? She was in one of your chambers and should be under your control.
Someone found their way out of here, William. Seems like the program is finally working. It's about time we show that we can get results without killing off every single subject that comes through here.
Do you have any idea what you've done? They will never let us get away with something like this. They will have both our heads for this. It's all a fake. No one is supposed to get out.
Duh.
No. I won't stand with you on this. I won't.
Like, it's so obvious that they weren't going to let you free or let you live. This would be a really bad ending if it turns out it just puts us back at the beginning of the game. Warning, do not enter, authorized personnel only. Well, do we want to go this way? I guess this is the right direction. Because that door is not open. Alright. Feel like I might accidentally fall to my doom. That's a kind of awkward angle, considering we were, I thought, crouching. Are we just following the lights? I think we are just following the lights. Door? Alright. lights. We are not just following the lights, we're going through here. Huge waste of government spending going on here to build all these facilities. So we're back into what looks like just a standard prison, and we're back to this again. I would have chamber 000. I would have kind of preferred to simply have a more puzzles instead of wandering around the hallways. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Portal 2 here on a shoestring budget, and they're not succeeding very well at all. The character and the story are the things that are missing more than anything, but the polish and the puzzles certainly are a big problem too. It's like none of these puzzles in this game have been good. Yeah, they've been nightmares. I nearly rage quit the game at the last yard. Okay, we go through a door and it's bright light and we can walk forward, and that's our ending. And let's maybe move the cursor away since it decided to center. And so the credits are going to play, and maybe we'll get some other cutscenes that imply we really did escape. Whereas I suspect if I had just taken the easy way out, I probably would have just been killed. Or if I tried to kill the Warden, maybe at that point I would have become the Warden. This drawing of this character, cool and all, she could have been anybody though. We never see her. I think that was certainly something Portal did great, was that you could see yourself. And even the Talos Principle has the opportunity to see your character. There's no third-person perspective over the shoulder view. There was really not much of an upgrade on the magnet gun. We just went from 2 power levels to 3. The controls were incredibly wonky throughout the entirety of the game. Not really an impactful story at all. It's kind of surprising that this even has mixed reviews. I guess the scale as far as games on Steam are all over the place. There are games that are just awful that some people seem to still like, and then there are games that are the best of the best AAA games. And mixed, if that is to be like a 5 out of 10, I probably would put this as a 5 out of 10. Although I probably put it closer to a 3 or yeah, 3 out of 10, frankly. I don't really give game scores, and part of the reason for that is most games that are 5s out of 10s get scored 7.5 out of 10. You know, the one thing I think any programmer could learn from this is don't try to make Portal. Not unless you have a lot of budget and a lot of time and a lot of and are going to put a lot of effort to polish those puzzles, because this did not work well at all. It was a very, very bad experience, and frankly, you could you'd have to toss out all the puzzles basically, and the magnetic gun as the only item. And there already was a magnet gun in the Half-Life universe, so if you were going to make this game, you could probably have made this in the source engine as a mod easier, and it probably would play better. It would play a lot more like Portal, I'm sure. instead of using the Unity engine. And see, we're not really getting an ending here. We just get the bright white light, which almost implies to me that maybe this is a heaven or hell situation and you're already dead. But if that was the case, that really wasn't shown. Frankly, it would have been kind of nice if the characters had spouted off something religious halfway through it and had a couple different pathways that would send you down. So you have these time trials. Button the box, crouch and climb, dispensers, drag blocks, hard WMMPs, more WMMPs, push and pull. I'm fairly certain we saw all of these puzzles, and these are just like revisiting all of those puzzles. And then there's tier 1 puzzles. I'm trying to see if any of these might be locked because we didn't actually see them. Seems like tier 3 is... They're calling them tier 3, but I don't know if that really means anything. Then there's some challenge ones that maybe we haven't done. If I click on this, like, okay, this looks different. In all honesty, this would have been more interesting to look at. Just jump and see what that does. That immediately kills us, okay. Right. Okay. So I'm supposed to, I think, just do that. And then maybe just do a lot of that. And then maybe not jump to my death. See if we can get one of these to work first. Just to see what you get for doing the challenges. Right, here we go. Yeah, you've got to fling yourself forward, it seems, and it seems like there's a lot more to this. And it seems like it's saving every time you die, so then that makes for a slow reset. Whereas this should be an instantaneous reset, definitely. Fall on this, and then come over here, and then yeah, I just have to keep on trying and keep on trying. How about this? Let's go back to the main menu, and the question I have here is, at what point did I save, or how could I have saved? Because I did not see a save button anywhere. Maybe it was in the menus and I just didn't see it. Alright, so let's try this first one.
We do not wish to strain you just yet, so we'll start simple. A button and a box. This is all you need to worry about. Feel free to toss it around a bit before moving along.
I put it on there. Oh, I have to pull it off to get up. So yeah, it just gives you time. That's all it gives you. It's No medallion. It doesn't seem like it even keeps the leaderboard locally. So the open door, game clear. If we click continue there, that's just saves. And it says I spent 4 hours in this game. It feels like I spent a ton more than that. So yeah, I would have to, I think, yeah, I can't load either one of these. So I would have to start the game all over again to try and find the other endings. And that is totally not worth it. Well, that's going to be it for this series. I felt like, in comparison to the previous game I played, QUBE Director's Cut, this was way worse. I know I've been mostly comparing it to the top tier Portal 2, and then Talos Principles is somewhere below those two. But even QUBE had better puzzles, and it worked. And the Director's Cut, after being criticized for not having a story, they made the Director's Cut for QUBE to add a story to it. Even if it was an extremely linear story, we have the exact opposite problem now, where we have an extremely branching story with bad gameplay and no real save files. So there's no real reason why you'd want to play this 7 more times to try and find 7 more endings. That would be incredibly annoying. If the game was good, you might want to play it 7 more times, but probably not. I love Portal, but in all honesty, I've probably only played Portal 1 4 times over the course of maybe a decade since it's come out. Like, I'm not going to play it 7 times. I've got way too many other games to play. Anyways, that's it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos, because that helps me on YouTube, tells them that my videos are worth watching. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further than that, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list, or gift me a gift card. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.